Okay, and so this is where we start to pick up one of my absolute favorite things about this game, and something that I know a lot of people thought of very positively and reacted very positively towards: the loyalty missions. Of course, they have a big impact on what's going to happen later on in the game, but needless to say, this is something that I very much enjoy because it helps us get to really care about the characters that we are interacting with in this game, you know? There's some really good ones here.
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
We'll talk about Jacob's father when we get there.
I'd think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this is a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am, and as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
That phrase that he repeated from his father, you make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Remember that for when we do Jacob's loyalty mission.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Now let's go down and talk to Miranda.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Illium, safe and hidden from my father.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Illium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Okay, I need to address this, because if you know this game, you would probably notice right away, hold on, This camera angle is different. Yes. This actually caused a fuss amongst some people because apparently we have a bunch of, I don't know, juvenile teenagers that would prefer to, I'm sorry. But the previous camera angle, yes, it did a close-up of Miranda's rear end. And I know other people that were just like, really? Really? Like, towards, the people who shot this, like, really? We're gonna zoom in on that? How old are we? And the fact that they changed this, it's amused me how many have been up in arms about it. How dare they change it? In fact, they're making mods to restore the old camera angles because of... Gosh, I'm sorry. I just find this whole thing ridiculous. It was awkward, and silly and juvenile the way it used to be shot. This is a much better and, quite frankly, more mature way to shoot this. Sorry, but that's honestly how I feel about it. It's like, get over it.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Did your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Illium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
Alright. Those, of course, are the only two that are available to us at the moment, but more will open up as we continue. You'll also notice over here, there's a button to trigger the message about the Arrival DLC. I will not be triggering that until after we take care of the collector base, because that's how it's supposed to be. In the meantime, look, while I'm here, I may as well go ahead and collect.
Probe away.
Gosh, I love this mod. One probe gets everything, and that's it, you're done. I'm sorry, I hated doing this minigame. I hated it. Had to spend so much time doing it, I couldn't stand it. So nice to have that mod. Alright. To Illium! We'll, of course, take Garrus with us. We're not going to take Miranda because we're not doing her mission yet. Let's take Morden. Alright, more... Let's give him more damage. Strength of his shields or more weapon damage. More shields, because we all know how fragile Morden is. Plus, it's kind of something that he would want to do is, try and give himself more defenses.
Welcome to Nos Astra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
You said Liara was here? What is she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Illium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Illium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a Terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Illium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
It's also worth noting that BioWare has a tendency to also make clear this distinction, not just in Mass Effect, but also in Dragon Age. There's a scene in Dragon Age 2 that I've always remembered, where it's one of Fenris's missions, where you're looking for the woman who assisted the Denathrius, the guy who enslaved him. And you find this girl, who is part of the group that they were kind of getting to be slaves. And she is at a point where she is entirely okay, because at this point, and mentally, she thinks that's all that she really needs to do, is, with you being her new master. Like, she immediately, it's like, oh, are you my new master? Like, she immediately is, wanting to see if she can do that. Now, you can have the option to just be like, yep, you're my slave now. Or, if you're, going for a more decent person run as Hawk, you can tell her, go to my house, and I will help take care of you. And Fenris immediately accuses you, oh, I didn't know you were looking for a slave. But you can clarify to him, I gave her a job, as a servant. I intend to pay her to help me out around the house. And he immediately backs down. He goes, oh, that's good. My apologies. So it's worth noting that they do try to make a distinction between slaves and servants. That servants, if you're taking care of them and you're actually paying them because it's their job, that's not necessarily slavery. Slavery is more forcing people to do stuff for you against their will. Whereas, say, for example, a butler in a mansion, they get paid for what they do. Is he considered a slave? No. If it's his job and he's getting paid for it and he gets, provided for, is it really? Because apparently some people still think that, but if there's that clear distinction that no, if they are, if it's something that they are doing on their own, if it's an actual job and they're getting paid for it and such, that doesn't seem to make it slavery. And that's kind of what they're trying to do here in Illium. They're like, no. They do this on their own will and their own choice. Now, it is worth knowing, as she said, they choose this as opposed to, having to go to prison or having to pay off a debt or something like that. It's a very odd, interesting situation. But it's just something I've noticed. That's why I'm bringing this up now, because I've noticed that this has been a thing in both Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Again, that scene with Fenris and that girl and that option just made that a very clear distinction, because it's how he reacted to us saying, I gave her a job. And he's just like, oh, okay, that's a good thing. I'm sorry. And it's that reaction that stuck with me about that. So I just wanted to go ahead and point that out, that it's almost interesting that it's a very similar type of thing here. Shepard immediately accuses them of slavery, but they're like, no, it's not slavery like that. It's different. It's a willing servitude. They become servants in that regard. It's just an interesting observation I'm making.
What can you tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the Terminus systems. At the same time, Illium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Illium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the Terminus systems.
Clearly, Shepard has never dealt with contracts or lawyers in legality. If she's like, why shouldn't I sign something? Shepard, you should read it first.
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nosastra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nosastra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Customs records indicated just a car named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor. You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well.
A Batarian trading group has announced plans to sue the Citadel Council. The Batarians claim that slavery is an inextricable part of their caste system, and that by limiting the slave trade, the Council is violating their cultural rights. The indentured servitude market closed down 3 points, with representatives decrying the unwanted controversy.
Did you hear that? That report there?
We were always told that Illium is one of the safest places in the galaxy, until you fell off the grid. Signed the wrong contract, join up with the wrong company, or walk down the wrong alley, and it's as dangerous as anywhere else. Don't let this place fool you. It's no safer here than Omega.
25. Sell at 25.
No. You're not hearing me. I want to buy it up. Buy it all up.
Come on. Give me something.
Asari building structure resembles hive. Tall buildings filled with drones. Curious social dynamic. Many queens competing for hive leadership. Odd feelings around Asari. Unfamiliar. Reminders of old fertility contract negotiations.
Oh gosh, Morden.
Are you sure?
Excuse me, are you Commander Shepard? You're Commander Shepard? I saw I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We burrow. We build.
Hi, Rachni Queen.
But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
I'm glad to hear that you're rebuilding. Are you somewhere close by?
The Rachni Queen is not here. That message is one of many memories I carry from her. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
You obviously got off-world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to, and her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni war was a mistake. Some things soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni War?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Yeah, and it's interesting how that, of course, led to other things as well. You know, like the Krogan and all that stuff with the Genophage and all that. All because the Reapers indoctrinated the Rachni. Yeah, by the way, let's just say I was... well, obviously we'll talk a lot more about Mass Effect 3 when we get there. But in my opinion, it was disappointing how the lack of use of the Rachni, like, it didn't feel like there was really much payoff in regards to the Rachni when we got to ME3, you know. But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend on Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
So, well, speaking of old friends from Noveria...
Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeas.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Analeas?
He made the one mistake Noveria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer. What brings you to Illium? You know, that you can talk about.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
Shepard, I had to leave. Target saw me. Couldn't break cover. Sorry merchant smuggling schematics from Noveria. Can you talk her into showing you good stuff? Sure. But first...
I'm looking for the best tech upgrade.
there is something we have to check. Something that perhaps hardly anyone has ever actually seen, because up until now...
Yeah, you.
it has been a bug.
You, Shepard.
Whoa!
What the hell was that for? I don't even know you. Like you don't know. Your friend came into my bar, harassed my people, and tried to get the deed to the place. That crap might fly on Omega, but Illium has laws. I've got security feeds all over my bar. If you or your group bothers my people again, I'll have you arrested so fast you'll redshift on your way to the prison transport.
Unless you've got plans to freelance as a bartender, something's not right. We should check out this bar.
I honestly don't remember that ever happening. So I was about to hint about the Conrad Werner thing. I think that's one of the first differences I've noticed. I've never seen that before. And I think that's because of the difference here, because I was talking about how there's always been this bug in the save files of this game that always made Conrad Werner be like, oh, and then you point a gun at my face? And I fixed that because of the save editor. So now, let's see how different this is.
Shepard's squad mate, practically second in command. You don't want to mess with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna save the galaxy. I don't have time for your crap.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Anybody messing with me will answer to my good friend, Commander Shepard.
Hey, if you know this idiot, can you rein him in before I slap his ass with a singularity?
Shepard, is it really you? It's me, Conrad Werner. We met on the Citadel. I wanted to become a Spectre. You're alive. Oh, this is the happiest day of my life.
Yep, this is definitely different. I've never seen this before. Oh, man. I don't think that I would have been able to actually do this if I had played this on consoles. The fact that I actually can be able to do this with the save editor, we're actually getting to see a scene that I and probably many other people have never seen before, because it was always bugged, you know?
Conrad, why are you acting like me?
Well, you were gone, right? And the galaxy still needed protecting. So I decided to finish what you started, in your honor.
How'd you get that armor?
Oh, they make some pretty convincing replicas these days, if you're willing to pay. Getting the whole getup was pretty expensive, but my wife was really supportive. She even paid for my shuttle fare off-world.
Okay, a couple of things. One, we know that his wife is non-existent. He admits this in the third game, so that's a lie. Second, gosh, I love the fact that the bartender reacts to that in the background. By the way, that bartender, well, obviously you should know who that is. I'll also point out who the voice actress for that bartender is. But I just love that little extra detail that she just like, shakes her head when he mentions that.
Any decent security system will detect that you aren't in the military, much less part of my squad.
I just say that I'm deep cover and don't appear on systems. I'm doing the best I can, okay? You were a hero. You saved the galaxy and showed everyone what humanity could do. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
Why were you trying to get the deed to this place?
This place is actually a front for a red sand dealer. I need to take it over to crack the ring.
What? Who the hell told you that?
The owner of that weapons store near the carport. She's an undercover cop. She told me about it when I introduced myself.
Listen, crap for brains. First, we don't sell red sand. Second, red sand is legal on Illium. You just need a license.
I'll talk to this undercover cop and figure out what's going on.
Thank you. If I kill annoying customers, it usually causes property damage. That comes out of my pay.
Just let me know if you need any help, Shepard.
Thanks for taking care of that crazy guy. Saves me having to beat him to death with his own spine. That makes the other customers nervous. Anyway, this is Eternity, and I'm a Theta, a sorry matriarch and bartender. Get you anything?
So, 1. This bartender, Athena, is voiced by Claudia Black. Yes, that Claudia Black. Doesn't exactly sound like Morrigan, doesn't it? But yes, that is in fact Claudia Black. Second, just as a reminder, this is Liara's father. Well, she even says this. She's like, no, I'm not the one who popped her out. So, yes, this is, in fact, Liara's father, who we find out had a Krogan for a father, which we then find out means Liara is a quarter Krogan, so she's not entirely a pure blood, as she's indicated. In fact, there's even a joke later on, if we take Liara and Rex with us, I think it's in the Citadel DLC Mass Effect 3, where she'll even tell this to Rex, and he'll be like, I knew I always liked you, Liara. You know, he's just so happy to hear that. But yeah, it's just one of those, like, nice little tidbits that we found out, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so cool.
You're an Asari matriarch? I thought matriarchs served as honored advisors.
Right. Which I do here at this bar. I know. Not what you'd expect. But nobody on Thessia wanted to listen to my wise counsel, so here I am. Dad was a Krogan who fought in the Rachni Wars. My mother fought in the Krogan rebellions. I've pretty much seen it all.
I think I can come back and talk to her, because I don't think I've ever actually talked to her about this with, like, say, Samara in the group, and I don't know if Samara actually has any extra dialogue.
Thanks for telling me about that.
That's what I'm here for, babe. Get you anything else?
Just looking around.
Right. Don't eat the nuts in the Red Bowls. They're for Turians and Quarians. You'll get cramps.
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go natural.
I'm telling you, this is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then I had to explain about cross-species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
Oh, man. This is a... oh, gosh. This situation where, let's say you are in the Torian's position, the guy who's interested in her, the Quarian, but she doesn't see him the same way, and she is venting to him about the guy she was dating, not realizing that the guy she's talking to also has feelings for her. This Turian is basically getting friend-zoned, you know? Oh, gosh. Oh, I feel for him.
I still don't see why we're here. Solarians do not get married. My family simply negotiated a reproduction contract.
Whatever. It's the closest you guys get to a wedding. And that means you get a bachelor party. End of story.
Considers itself fortunate.
They were wrong.
This one doesn't have time for your solid waste excretions.
He's got a lover in every port and a gun in every tentacle.
Enkindle this.
Blasto the jellyfish stinks, available for extranet purchase this fall from Illium Entertainment.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that was funny.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Illium.
What kind of merchandise do you carry?
The latest in biotic upgrades and omni-tool modifications. Very high quality. Sometimes I even get special items in. No promises, of course.
Is everything here so expensive? I'd planned to drop a lot of credits today.
Really?
I'm outfitting a team for a dangerous mission. I need the best, and I'm willing to pay for it, as long as you work with me.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
Do you have anything else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Noveria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parsini, you set me up! But this isn't Noveria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to find you out of business.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematic she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. That was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute.
In the meantime...
I'll take it.
Hermia is going to be a very poor woman very shortly. Thanks for the help, Shepard. I love nailing Asari. So ageless and superior. Then you get them and they squeal like schoolgirls.
It must be nice having a job that you really enjoy.
I wanted to be a cop, or CSEC, but my family had bills. I needed the money a corporate job brought in. Besides, in this job, you don't see things that make it hard to sleep at night. White-collar crime is nice and clean. Hell, at least this time I didn't have to wear heels and a dress.
What's up next for you?
Research. We've had some hacking attacks lately, and I want to make sure they're external. A lot of people are suddenly interested in dark energy. My bosses want to know if it's something to worry about. That'll hold me over until I have to go back undercover anyway.
It must be hard going undercover so often.
It's not so bad. Go new places, be new people. The only weird part is when you go home and try to talk to people, and you forget how to react. Like it's another cover, you know?
Deep down, part of you likes fooling people. That's what makes you good at it.
Part of me, yeah. I grew up poor and working class. Now I walk around the rich and powerful, taking notes, getting evidence. And they never see me coming.
How'd you end up on Novaria anyway?
Scholarship program and a competitive internship. Turned out I was only middling at the science, but I could always ferret out secrets. You grow up poor and surrounded by rich kids, you get good at hiding yourself. Helps with going undercover.
It's been a pleasure, Gianna.
You too, Shepard. See you around.
Alright, before we go see Liara, I'm gonna go to the other kiosks. Like I said, I wanted to come here because I have more shopping to do. More pieces of tech, more upgrades.
It was vital to the Kurosa family. Asana Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all, for mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it, I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope.
Bad luck on the stock market, debt piling up. Perhaps you need to explore other options.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
I don't know, some of them seem dangerous.
That's the whole point. Danger means more contract work for us.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Yeah, I've got a friend in Eclipse. She told me what I needed to get.
Good. I'm pretty good at bypassing firewalls. Maybe they're looking for techs.
I recognize that armor. You're with that other guy, Werner, Commander Shepard's friend. Did you get me the deed to the bar? I need the deed to, stop the red sand dealers.
I softened up the bar owner, but you need to go in and finish them off.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You just need to close the deal. Go in, be tough, and let them know you're with me. They'll hand the deed right over.
Wow, great. Here, I'll set you up for a discount. Thanks for the help.
We can use this!
And now for one of my personal favorite side quests here.
Illium, let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tuchanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain turn your supple beauty into strength. For if our love is to survive, It must grow thorns to pierce the hand of any that would uproot it. Blue Rose of Illium, you have blossomed in a tower of glass and plastic. But beauty under glass is untested and weak. Where are your honored dead to fertilize the ground that you might grow strong? On the rocky plains of Tuchanka, I will build you a garden from the bones of my ancestors.
I love these two. I love Char, and gosh, I was so broken up when we got to Mass Effect 3 and I learned his fate, and then I had to tell her about him, and her reaction, oh, that got to me. Oh gosh.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless, which I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
It doesn't seem common for a Sari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
Blue Rose of Illium.
So why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die.
Ahem.
No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Non-Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
That is so sweet. Oh, that is so sweet. And that's one of the reasons why I usually tend to set these two up, because, oh, that's one of the sweetest things I've ever heard. Oh, that's so nice.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
I mean, as far as Krogan go, Char is probably one of the nicest and sweetest Krogan we've ever encountered. Based on what he's doing now and what she just said he told her. So yes, take him back.
Look at him, he's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
We will see those two again when we go to Tuchanka. I am holding off on getting the fish. Until Kelly says, I'll feed your fish, because I've already had a horrible disaster with the fish dying. I'm not doing that again.
I'm telling you, relax. Vax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in, because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Eclipse mercs, some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody is ever going to see the extra merchandise, which is why we're going to be rich.
Remember that. Remember that for later. Because she's going to be talking a different tune later.
You know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring? That's horrible. There's a 12-page contract for shipping, then a waiver for use. I charged for 50 hours, plus overtime.
No, I haven't had any luck yet. She insists it was legal. I don't know. I'm going to call in a favor and have a friend examine the contract.
Shiala.
Shepard. I don't suppose you'd remember me. I'm Shiala. We met on Pharos during the Geth attack. Saren had given me to the Thorian creature as a slave, and you killed it. And saved me. I promised to help Zoo's Hope recover. I'm actually here on Illium for just that purpose.
How's Zoo's Hope doing?
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
Is it Exogeny pushing colonists around again, or did the Thorians somehow survive our fight?
No. Exogeny has been very supportive of Zoo's Hope. They actually seem to want to help us survive, and the Thorian is dead. Though, after all you went through to kill it, I understand your concern. I fear that after our adventure on Pharos, my purpose on Illium will seem mundane by comparison.
Is there something I can do to help?
I'd appreciate it. I've reached the limits of my diplomatic abilities, and I prefer not to start trouble. Some of the colonists had health problems as a result of the Thorian control. We hired a colonial survey group to do some medical scans. But the medical contract apparently allows the company to perform invasive procedures without our consent. That's why I'm here.
Wait a minute, Shiala. You were only green when the Thorian made you a clone. The real you was blue like normal Asari.
Those health problems I said were related to the Thorian control. This is mine. A few months after the Thorian died, my skin pigment changed. My biotic abilities are unstable as well. I'm also having vivid dreams about my time with the Thorian. It is disconcerting.
What kind of health problems did the colonists have?
Headaches or muscle spasms similar to what they experienced while under Thorian control. Sometimes the colonists near another former Thorian victim shared sensations like heat or pain. It has to be a result of trace amounts of the Thorian's parasitic spores. You can see why we'd want it studied and cured.
Tell me more about the contract you signed for these scans.
Barrier Frontiers was interested in our problem. They offered to perform medical scans and deliver treatment for next to nothing. I should have known it was too good to be true, but we were desperate. In the fine print, we apparently agreed to let them perform invasive follow-up procedures if they deem it valuable. Which they have.
Can they actually force these procedures on you?
No, but they can declare us in breach of contract, which means we're responsible for the full price we would have paid normally. Zoo's Hope just got back on its feet. There's no way we can afford that, Shepard.
I'll talk to the survey group.
I appreciate it, Shepard. The Barrier Frontiers representative knows about the issue.
Legal contract issues, right?
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Pharos signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
Why are you insisting on these tests? What use could they possibly be?
Their use is not your concern. A legal binding contract was signed. Nothing else matters. All of you. Humans, Salarians, Turians. You come to our planet, then complain that our laws don't suit you. The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
Wow. And people want to say that Ashley is a racist in this game. Seriously.
Why are you so prejudiced against aliens?
Where do I begin? With Salarian explorers unleashing the Rachni upon us, then unleashing the Krogan to correct their mistake? Or the Turians, so eager to bomb every problem away? Or humans, the new arrivals who already think they should be in charge? Every war that has plagued this galaxy has been caused by your people. My people's deaths are on your hands.
Perhaps we could work out different tests. Something that will work for both sides.
If the colonists were not willing to abide by the terms of the contract, they should not have signed it. The onus is not upon me to accommodate them.
You seem to forget that a human saved you from Saren and the Geth.
The Geth created by the idiotic Quarians? That a rogue Turian Spectre led in an attack? The Geth didn't start with the Citadel. They attacked your human colony, Eden Prime, first. You humans brought the Geth upon us. You and the Turians and the Quarians. My people's deaths are on your hands.
You really think this is legal? Maybe Illium's contract analyst should look it over.
You ignorant yokel. I was negotiating contracts when your ancestors were still burning witches and enslaving each other. I haven't lost a contract dispute in 70 years. Try me.
I thought Asari preferred to mate with other races for genetic diversity.
A short-sighted mistake perpetrated by the same self-hating malcontents who spawned the hateful term pureblood. We hardly need your alien DNA to randomize genetic material. A little radiation would work just as well. You provide no diversity, no new insights, no advancement. You bring only chaos and senseless deaths. Ah!
Whose deaths are we talking about exactly?
The mother of my daughters was killed on the Quarian homeworld during the initial Geth uprising. My daughters died on the Citadel when the Geth attacked. One worked in the embassy. The other was a greeter for the consort. I'm not speaking in hypotheticals, human. The aliens will never be my allies. The best they can do is give me useful medical data.
Why was your bond made on the Quarian homeworld?
Studying the Quarians. Not their technology, but their music. She loved all their art. Said they had old souls. I think that's where my daughters got it from. Both of them loved talking with people, exploring new cultures.
They sound like wonderful people. The galaxy is lesser for their loss.
Yes, it is.
Do you think they'd want you to do this?
I'm not I didn't... Oh... I'm sending an amended contract. No more tests, no fees. There's enough grief in this galaxy. I don't need to add to it.
So, I'll tell you one thing I noticed about that scene. There seems to be some kind of graphical issue or bug with her eyes, because I distinctly remember that once she started talking about her bondmate and her daughters, she had tears in her eyes, and you could see them at the bottom of her eyes. There was no tears there. I think that's probably a graphical bug or something. I think it has to be. More galaxies to explore.
Did you get this?
Got the news, Shiala.
Yeah. I had to deal with Arinya, though. I feel like I need a shower.
What do you expect? She's a pureblood. They're all like that.
Jeez! Again! Oh, man. Again, people say Ashley is a racist. Like, listen to how many racists are on this planet.
You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again. I don't think I could have... Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form. Isn't anything ever just fixed?
You've got the power to make a difference, Shiala. Not everyone does.
You're right. You gave us a chance by saving the colony. I can't let them down. I won't. Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
I'm flattered, Shiala, but she has her eyes on someone else.
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the Terminus systems. Everything's dangerous, and everything's for sale. Either we tax and monitor it to keep some control, or the smugglers get a monopoly.
Let's go check with the situation with Conrad Werner, shall we?
And medical radiation systems are asked to discontinue treatment immediately. Please return your system to an authorized dealer for a refund. Toward the exciting new Koros brand radiation personal defense weapon. Customer safety is important, and Koros remains committed to providing the best radiation-based solutions on the market. Koros, a division of Elkos Combine.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room. I own you.
I'll see what we can do, sir.
I want people to know the moment I enter the room that they know that I am the one in the room. That I own this room because I entered it.
Just a misunderstanding!
Tell it to the judge. My surveillance vids caught your extortion attempt from 4 different angles.
I was misled! I was told that you had agreed to sell!
Take her away, before I have my bartender throw her out.
What happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
She wasn't a cop. She was a deep cover operative from a terrorist cell. I'd never have found her if not for you.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Conrad. Now please, go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
And it's really good that you are not accusing me of pointing a gun in your face. Oh, man.
Welcome back, babe. Can I get you anything? Sorry, no sex. Just cleaned the bar.
Oh, darn.
Just looking around.
Pleasure as always.
Indeed it is, Claudia Black. Indeed it is. I love how she just immediately brought that up. Like, nope, sorry, just clean the bar. Didn't even hesitate. Like, she apparently encounters that or expects that on a regular basis.
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain the neural stimulators are compatible with both my suit and Asari physiology?
Absolutely. In fact, I use this model at home, sir.
Oh. Do you?
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Oh my. So, when we return, we will be heading upstairs to have a chat with an old friend. Stay tuned.